Chauhan. I am nursing tutor of Index Nursing College. Today's my topic is guidance. Introduction of guidance. This lesson introduces the concept of positive guidance and its critical importance in a relationship based child care and youth program. You will learn how one's beliefs about adult child relationship, knowledge of developmentally appropriate practice, family practice, and cultural context impact beliefs about child guidance. These lessons include and introduce to six part six practices of for positive guidance. You will learn that you as a programmer leader are, are key to facilitating partnership among staff, children, and families to create a relationship based community that support the implementation of positive child guidance principle in daily care routine and activities. Definition of guidance. According to the Scherzer and Stone in their book Fundamental of Guidance have given a very brief definition of the term guidance. It is a process of helping individuals to understand themselves and their world is called guidance. Aims of guidance: exploring self, determining values, goal setting, improving efficiency, building relationship, accepting responsibility for the future. These are the aims of guidance. Objective of guidance: to help individual to understand and accept the positive and negative aspects of his personality, interests, aptitudes, and attitudes, provide a wide choice and opportunities, help make adjustment in the new life situation. Purpose of guidance is the principal purpose of guidance is to assist an individual to explore his own potentialities in the maximum possible manner to improve the quality of life. The primary purpose of guidance is to understand an individual and explore the requirement and problem for improvement of one's personality, to collect the information and about a student to help them to attain positive attitude and change their pattern of behavior in right direction, to develop better understanding in the tutors about child growth and development, which will enable them to consider the problem at various stages of life, to provide better environment to the student for learning, to provide motivation, orientation, counseling, vocational information, group guidance, job placement, and other services. Scopes of guidance is personal guidance, educational, vocational, evaluation, counseling, research, follow up. These are the scope of guidance. Personal guidance may be defined as the assistance given to the individual to solve his emotional, social, ethical, and moral as well as health problem. Hence, Personal guidance deal with all those problems of life which are not covered under education and vocational guidance. Educational guidance. The scope of educational guidance therefore implies the extent, length, breadth, range, comprehensiveness, and variety of helping an individual to solve this problem. So, the scope of guidance covers functionally and aspects of life. Vocational. In discussing the nature and scope of vocational guidance, it is well to start with an expected definition of the term. Vocational guidance has been defined by the National Vocational Guidance Association as the process of assisting an individual to choose an occupation, prepare for, enter upon, and progress in it. Evaluation. Evaluating the student is most important task in guidance. It is the time to time evaluation which help student to turn their potentialities in reality. Counseling. Counseling involves relationship between two persons in which one of them counselor attempts to assist the other. Counseling or client is so organizing himself as to attain a particular form of happiness, adjusting to a life situation, or in short, self actualization. Follow up services aim at evaluating the placement and follow and other guidance services. It ascertains the changes in the occupational interest of pupils and assists them in making adjustments as would be necessary. Follow up services are also helpful in recognizing and improving educational programs. Research. Modification, revisions, improvement in the curriculum is always desirable if the entire process of guidance does not bring expecting result. Change are also desired. Need for guidance. Need for guidance. Follow up services aim at evaluating the placement and other guidance services. It ascertain the changes in occupational interest of pupils and assist them in making adjustment as would be necessary. Follow up services are also helpful in recognizing and improving education programs. Types of guidance. There are three types of guidance: education guidance, vocational guidance, personal and social guidance. Educational guidance. Educational guidance is a process of assisting the individual student to reach optimum educational development. It is a sort of guidance that is only rendered to the student community. Educational guidance help the students to make right choice as well as make adjustment in relation to schools, curriculum, courses, and school life, which contribute to the all round development. Vocational guidance. For the purpose of these recommendation, the term vocational guidance means assistance given to an individual in solving problem related to occasional choice and progress with due regard for the individual's characteristics and their relation to occupational opportunity, personal and social guidance. Formulates personal social guidance as individual assistants that solve problem related to psychological situation, atmosphere and of the life in the family and social, so that individual strengthen protection and develop individual in their own problem. Principles of guidance. Need for guidance and the nature and aim of guidance are based on certain principle and assumption. The principle of guidance generally accepted are the ones given by Crow and Crow. They are: the first principle of guidance is principle of all around development of the individual. Guidance must take into account the all round development of the individual when bringing about desirable adjustment in any particular area of his personality. Second principle, the principle of human uniqueness. No two individuals are alike. Individuals differ in their physical, mental, social, and emotional development. Guidance service must recognize these differences and guidance each individual according to their specific need. The third principle is holistic development. Guidance has to imparted in the context of text development of personality. The child grows as a whole, and even if one aspect of personality is in focus, the other area of development which are indirectly influencing the personality have also to be kept in mind. The fourth principle is the principle of cooperation. No individual can be focused into guidance. The contestant and cooperation of the individual is a prerequisite for providing guidance. Fifth principle, the principle of continuity. Guidance should be regarded as a continuous process of service to an individual in different stage of his life. Sixth one principle is the principle of extension. Guidance services should not be limited to a few persons who give observable evidence of its need, but it should be extended to all person of all ages who can benefit from it, direct or indirect. Last is the principle of elaboration. Curriculum material and teaching procedures should be elaborated according to the viewpoint of guidance. At the principle of adjustment, while it is true that guidance touches every aspect of an individual's life, it is chiefly concerned with an individual physical or mental health, with his adjustment at home, school, society, and vocational. Principle of individual need. The individual and his needs are the utmost significance. Recognize of individual freedom, worth, respect, and dignity in the hallmark of guidance. Freedom to make a choice and take a decision need to be respected and encouraged. The principle of expert opinion, specific and serious guidance problem should be referred to the person who are trained to deal with particular area of adjustment for their expert opinion. Next, the principle of evaluation. The guidance program should be evaluated in terms of its effectiveness and improvement. Evaluation is essential for the formulation of new goal or redrafting the existing goal. Next, the principle of responsibility. Parents and teachers have great responsibility in the execution of the work of guidance. The responsibility of guidance should be centered on a qualified and trained person who is the head of guidance center. Next, the principle of periodical appre- periodical apprecial should be made of the existing guidance program so that request sites change if any can be carried out for his improvement. Conclusion of guidance. Wise and experienced leadership in guidance is extremely important. It is often said that as the principal is, so is the school. The statement holds equally for organized guidance program. Intelligent application of the basic principles to the operation of a school program of guidance services has value not only for the young or older people for whose benefit the program has been organized, but also for their parents, the member of the school staff and the community at large. Thank you.